There is a type of calm that only exists on the other side of the storm you thought would break you. Right now, you might feel the heat, the pressure, that persistent feeling that life is testing your very core. What if I told you that's not a sign of weakness, but the exact process required to become unbreakable? The Stoics didn't just survive chaos, they learned to command it. They understood that resilience isn't a personality trait you're born with. It's a discipline you forge. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who faced plague, betrayal, and constant war, wrote these words to himself in the dead of night. "The obstacle is the way." He wasn't celebrating suffering. He was mapping a path through it. He realized that what blocks your progress becomes the very material for your progress. The barrier is the bridge. This is the core of Stoic power, transformation. Not passive acceptance, but active alchemy, turning every setback, every hardship, into fuel for a stronger mind. Epictetus, born a slave, and Seneca, who faced exile, discovered the same truth. You cannot control the events that crash into your life, but you have absolute sovereignty over your inner citadel. Your judgment, your effort, your focus, your reaction is your domain. You're here because a part of you knows this is true. You're tired of feeling brittle, of being at the whim of your circumstances. That exhaustion is your starting signal. Comfort builds nothing of value. Tension builds the mind. These 10 principles are not motivational quotes. They are mental drills. They function regardless of your mood or belief. Their power lies in repetition, especially when every instinct tells you to quit. Your mind is a storyteller, and right now it's telling you a story of limitation. You can't handle this. It's too much. The Stoics called this the first movement of passion, the initial automatic shock. But they trained to insert a pause, a space for choice. They practiced voluntary hardship, not as punishment, but as proof. They knew that a life of ease creates a fragile spirit. Seneca observed, "A diamond cannot be polished without friction. You are in the polish. The stress you feel is not your enemy, it is the sculptor, but only if you engage. If you're still listening, you are already tougher than you believe." Drop this truth in the comments. I am sculpted by struggle. 1. Hold your ground when surrender feels inevitable. There is a precise instant in every trial where your entire being conspires to quit, to sit down, to walk away, to concede. This is the moment of ascent, the critical pivot point between collapse and breakthrough. Holding your ground isn't about feeling invincible. It's about choosing one more breath, one more step, when your internal narrative screams that you're empty. Most people fall not from true depletion, but from an agreement with discomfort. They confuse the feeling of strain with a verdict of inability. That voice urging retreat is ancient. Biology, a system designed for conservation, not conquest. Resilience is built when you override that primal signal with a deeper commitment to your purpose, to your word, to your own potential. Think of Cato the Younger, who walked barefoot through Rome's winter streets. He wasn't proving a point to others, he was training his nervous system. He was practicing standing firm while every sensation begged for relief. You build this capacity not in the crisis, but in the 1,000 small rehearsals beforehand. When you choose the harder path in a minor moment, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. I keep my promises to myself. That evidence compounds. It becomes unshakable self-trust. So when your knees buckle, don't debate. Assume you can, then prove it to yourself. Hold your ground. Type this below. I stand where others would fall. 2. Rehearse your reaction before the world demands it. Most people are reaction machines. They wait for the blow to land, then flail in the emotional aftershock. By then, fear is driving, anger is talking, and clarity is gone. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of difficulties. Each morning they would visualize the day's potential troubles: injustice, rudeness, failure. Marcus would remind himself, "Today you will meet people who are arrogant, deceitful, and envious." This wasn't cynicism, it was strategic vaccination. By removing the element of surprise, you disarm the event of its emotional tyranny. When you expect life to be difficult, you are never caught off guard. Think of your last breakdown. Did you have a plan, or did you enter the situation defenseless, letting the chaos dictate your behavior? Resilience is pre-constructed. It is a script you write in the calm of dawn for the storms of noon. Here is the practice. Each morning, in 5 minutes of silence, run the real version of your day. See the criticism coming, the delay, the disappointment. Then decide, not how you'll feel, but how you'll act. What will you say? What will you do? Epictetus taught, control what you can, accept what you cannot. You control your conduct. You do not control another's insult, but you govern whether it occupies your mind for hours. This creates the critical gap between what happens and what you do next. In that gap lives your freedom. Be surgical. Identify 3 scenarios that typically unravel you. Write your exact response. For example, when faced with unfair critique, I will breathe, listen fully, and ask, what can I improve? You are now an actor with a script, not a hostage to circumstance. Rehearse your reaction. Affirm it now. My response is my own. 3. Stack small, certain wins. The quest for resilience dies on the altar of unrealistic expectations. Do not try to rebuild your entire psyche in a day. Instead, accumulate tiny, undeniable proofs of your own integrity. Seneca advised to gather something daily that will fortify you against misfortune. Select 1 thought to digest, 1 action to complete. The scale is irrelevant. The consistency is everything. Your nervous system registers a kept promise, however minor, as a victory. I drank the water. I made the call. I walked for 10 minutes. Each one is a brick in the foundation of self-trust. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet his private journal contains simple, daily reminders. He focused on the next right thing, not every impossible thing. Momentum is built with miniature proofs. Most people set colossal goals, fail immediately, and collect evidence of their own inadequacy. This is a planning error, not a character flaw. You build an unshakable mind, not in one heroic leap, but through a chain of insignificant seeming follow-throughs. The magic is in the compound effect. 30 days of micro-victories rewires your identity. You are no longer someone who wants to be disciplined. You are someone who is disciplined, because discipline is what you do on your worst day when grand. Plans are impossible. You can still achieve a small win. Make your bed. Read 1 page. That tiny act keeps the engine running and protects you from despair. Stop waiting for a revolution. Win the hour. Post this. My strength is built in small stones. 4. Move. While anxiety still speaks, fear is a permanent passenger. Its function is to warn you of risk, but in the modern world, it screams at every uncertainty, every social risk, every potential failure. The Stoic method is counterintuitive. Act while the fear is present. Do not wait for courage to arrive. Courage is the action itself. As Seneca noted, we do not dare because things are difficult. Things are difficult because we do not dare. The hesitation is the heaviest part. Every time you obey unfounded fear, you grant it more authority. The practice is to act small within the window of fear. You don't need an hour of bravery. You need 5 seconds. Hit send. Say the sentence. Take the first step. In that brief defiance, you demonstrate to your nervous system that discomfort is not danger. Cato trained with voluntary discomfort to teach his mind this exact lesson. Identify one thing you're avoiding right now because of fear. Reduce it to its smallest possible component. If public speaking terrifies you, the action isn't give a speech, it's write the first sentence. Move while anxiety whispers. This is how you recalibrate your relationship with fear. You learn it is a signal, not a command. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the judgment that something else is more important. Comment, I act while afraid. 5. Treat pressure as your training ground. Life will load weight onto your shoulders. The common response is to resent it, to ask, why me? The resilient mind asks a different question. What is this preparing me for? The Stoics viewed obstacles as the necessary resistance for psychological strength. Marcus's obstacle is the way is a training manual. Your mind doesn't grow in comfort, it evolves under load. Reframe every stressor as a deliberate drill. Traffic is patience practice. A difficult person is emotional composure practice. Financial strain is ingenuity practice. When you see pressure as practice, you transition from victim to student. Seneca, through exile, wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." At the day's end, conduct an after-action review. What pressure did I face? How did I handle it? What would I do better? This turns experience into data. Epictetus refined his philosophy in slavery, proving that external circumstances cannot dictate internal freedom. When you start to welcome pressure as a coach, you stop dreading it. You begin to seek the repetition that makes you stronger. The weight isn't a punishment, it's your workout. Pressure is my practice. Write it below. 6. Slay your Goliath first. Your willpower is a finite resource depleted by each decision. Most people waste their peak mental energy on trivialities, email, scrolling, busy work. By the time they confront their most significant task, their resolve is exhausted. The Stoics seized the morning. Marcus would rise and tell himself, I go to do the work of a human being. He attacked the empire's hardest problems with a fresh mind. Your most dreaded task of the day, the one that provokes avoidance, is your primary target. Do it first, not second, not after coffee, first. This leverages your full reservoir of decision-making strength. The psychology is clear. Action generates motivation, not the other way around. Starting with a victory over procrastination creates momentum that carries through the day. Cato's legendary integrity was built on this daily habit of confronting the hard thing early. Protect your mornings. The world will try to steal them with distractions. Defend that time. Your future is constructed in the first hours after you wake. Winners choose their battle before the day chooses it for them. Slay your Goliath at dawn. Affirmation, I conquer the hard thing first. 7. Extract wisdom, not poison, from pain. You will be hurt, betrayed, disappointed. The Stoic focus is not on avoiding pain, but on processing it correctly. The event itself is one thing, your interpretation is another. You can let pain make you wise, or you can let it make you bitter. Bitterness is the refusal to let pain transform you. It is clutching the wound and building a prison around it. Learning from pain is the act of mining the experience for its lesson. When betrayed, the lesson isn't trust no one. It might be I ignored my intuition, or I need clearer boundaries. When a project fails, the lesson isn't I'm a failure. It's my approach was flawed. Pain without reflection is just suffering. Pain with reflection becomes education. Epictetus used his brutal slavery to develop an unparalleled understanding of true freedom. He transformed his suffering into a lighthouse for others. Allow yourself to feel the pain fully. Do not bypass it. Then ask the strategic question, what did this reveal? What must I learn? Seneca produced his greatest works from exile, turning loss into legacy. Your scars can either infect you or instruct you. Choose instruction. I mind pain for wisdom. Post this lesson. 8. Guard your attention like a sovereign state. Your focus is the most besieged resource you possess. Notifications, interruptions, endless content streams. They are all invasions designed to fragment your concentration. Most people surrender their attention without a fight, then wonder why they feel scattered and unproductive. Marcus wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. Your power exists only where your attention is. If it's divided, you are powerless." The Stoics carved out sacred, uninterrupted space for deep work. Seneca retreated to think. Marcus journaled before dawn. They knew that meaningful thought requires unbroken spans. You must do the same. Each day claim at least one 90-minute block where you are unreachable. Phone in another room. Notifications dead. Door closed. This is not merely about productivity, it's about mental sovereignty. In a state of deep focus, your mind finds clarity and calm. Anticipate the invasions and neutralize them in advance. In an economy of distraction, focused attention is your supreme advantage. Guard your attention. Declare it. My focus is my fortress. 9. Excel. When the stands are empty, public performance is easy. Private discipline is where character is forged. Resilience is built in the dark, the early morning workout no one sees, the honest work when cutting corners is tempting, the kept promise that brings no applause. Marcus's meditations were a private journal, never meant for publication. That was his training ground. Every time you cheat in private, you break trust with yourself. You teach yourself that your word is negotiable. Epictetus said our character is revealed in our hidden choices. Do the right thing when it's unrewarded and unseen. This is how you build authentic power, power over yourself. The discipline you cultivate in private inevitably manifests in public. You won't be performing strength, you will simply be strong. Confront the gap between who you claim to be and who you are when alone. Close it with consistent, secret integrity. Excel in the unseen. Comment, my private discipline is my power. 10. Let your why bear any how. You can endure almost any hardship if it is connected to a purpose larger than your discomfort. Without a deep why, even minor trials feel unbearable. The Stoics tied their endurance to duty, service, and virtue. Marcus ruled not for glory, but from a profound sense of responsibility. His purpose carried him through unimaginable loss. Viktor Frankl, surviving the Holocaust, observed that those with a why could survive almost any how. Purpose provides context for suffering. It gives struggle direction and meaning. Do not wait for a storm to define your purpose. Define it now in clear written terms. Who are you serving? What person do you aspire to become? What makes the effort meaningful regardless of outcome? Read this why every morning. When exhaustion hits, you won't have the energy to find a reason. You must already know it. Epictetus taught to live according to your role and purpose. Let that purpose be the filter for every decision. Seneca said, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Your purpose is your port. The storms may blow you off course, but they cannot erase your destination. Let it guide you. My purpose carries the weight. Final affirmation, my why conquers any how. You have completed this not because it was easy, but because you chose to. That choice is the first brick. These 10 rules are a forge. Use them daily. Resilience is not a single triumph. It is the residue of 10,000 small choices to stand, to act, to focus, to endure. You are not being motivated. You are being constructed. And what is forged in this fire lasts a lifetime. If this path has value for you, support this channel. Please like this video and subscribe to Stoic Mindset Mastery for more guides to building an unbreakable mind. The work continues.